Hello guys, thank you for watching this video. Okay, first things first, I just want to say a big thanks to Coda Foundry. Actually, they're the ones who first made this video. How to host a .NET and ASP.NET application for free using Heroku without a container. So this is actually great because when you look at it, actually the best place you can actually host a .NET web application or any .NET application or project that deals with the web is on Microsoft Azure. So which, if you're used to it, you normally know the process. So, and this is really great for projects that just need fast and rapid testing. You can really just do this there or quick. You don't need to containerize the application with Docker or Kubernetes. So it's great. So today we'll be looking at how we can host a web API. That's our own version of the web project that we are going to be hosting. And I'm pretty sure if we're looking at the Visual Studio, in my Visual Studio we'll have the various type of ASP.NET or .NET web apps or web projects. You have like we're selecting all project types here. I just filtered the list. You have the ASP.NET Core web app, Blazor server app, the core web API, and all these. You have all these projects, and most of them actually can be hosted just like how we're going to be doing. So this is my project. Actually, it's a solution actually of 4 projects. A class library, about 3 class libraries, then the API itself, and yeah, the class libraries and the API itself. So what I'll be doing is I'll be hosting this on Heroku. So as we know, that's a cloud platform, and actually it's actually possible now that we can host this for free. We don't need to containerize the application, just host it just like that. So what I did is I created my project, and alright, I had my class libraries. I've probably included some other external packages into these individual projects here under this solution. So it does not have much yet. The project does not have much yet. For now, I just have a service under my store services, which is a category service, and this is really simple, just to manage the categories within my app's database. So here I just have this delete category, get all categories, yes, and if you look well at some of them, they have not been implemented. So yeah, I just implemented two of these methods here, the add category and get all categories. So, and then using dependency injection, I injected that into the category controller here, which tells the name of category service, so in my API. So what I'll be doing now is that, that's even settled. I already have this pushed onto GitHub under the organization. So I've made no changes, so this is already pushed to GitHub. So what I'll just go now to GitHub on my organization. Alright, so this is the project here. So I'm going to click onto it. So now I'm actually going to create a new branch. That's the branch which I'm going to be do the deploying from. And I'm creating this branch because there'll be some setting or some settings that in future they'll be different from my master branch, which I'm mostly using on my local machine. So I'm going to create a new branch called deploy. I'm creating that from the master. So after that's done, I will move into my store API and then to my app settings, and I'll change my database connection string. Yes, I have my database connection down actually on my machine using the PHP my admin, which comes with XAMPP. So I actually had to migrate this to freesqldatabase.com. So I created an account there and created a database. They actually gave me a database which I could now move to phpmyadmin.co. That's the online DBMS for phpmyadmin. It's the online version of phpmyadmin, so I had to come and then connect to it, and then I imported the database from my local machine here. So I'll not be going through that. Just explaining what I did to get my database online too. So now this is I'm actually going to change my connection string to that of the database that I've been given by freesql.com. So yeah, I'm first going to edit. So I'm going to edit this file. Alright. Okay. So I have my connection string somewhere. Alright, this is it. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to say right, change connection string. Not string, connection string. So I'm going to commit that. So now I think for the site on GitHub is actually set. So I'm going to move now to Heroku. So once I come to Heroku, I already have an account. I don't know about you if you have an account, but you can just create one. It's pretty simple. You just, after that, you do some email validation and account verification, which is not really a problem. So let me go to login and log into my own account. Alright, so I'm just going to log in. Yep, and it's going to take me to my dashboard. Let's take me to my dashboard. Alright, so this is my dashboard. So I already had an app created here, which is a challenge that I took part in. So I actually did the same similar thing for my back end, where I had the main entry point as an API, and it communicated with the rest of the work that I had behind, like manipulating databases, doing any other thing. So my main entry point to that app was through this API. So I hosted it here, and that's when I got help from Coda Foundry, which helped me to host this. So that's why I'm just sharing it with you, hoping that it also helps you accomplish whatever you're trying to do with .NET Web apps. So with .NET Web project. So I'm just going to come over here at the create new app. So I'm going to give my app name as the store project API. So yeah, it's telling me this name is available because nobody else on Heroku has this app name, because it's actually going to use as a subdomain in the herokuapp.com. So that's the link to your project, to your app, or like the domain of your app. So I'm going to create that. You can skip the app pipeline, and the region also you don't need to change it because there are just two regions, United States and Europe. So now that we're kind of in between, you might skip, but if you're more closer to any of those regions, please select the best. Alright, so already I'm being logged and after the app is created, I am being sent to deploy. So now you have Heroku JIT and all this is as I decide on which one to use, but I'm just going to take GitHub to be faster. And I had already authenticated my account to my GitHub, so my Heroku account to GitHub. So I granted the Salesforce platform to my GitHub account. So that's why Heroku is one of their products. So Heroku is already authenticated in my GitHub account. So now after I click on connect to GitHub, I have my account here, and actually then I'm going to select the my organization. So I'm going to search the repository. So just even a short name or part of its name will do. So after search, yes, now this is the repository. So I'm going to take connect. So now after it connects, it's going to ask me which branch I want to deploy from and which branch I want to enable automatic deploy. So I'll select the deploy branch which I created particularly for this, specifically for this. So I click on enable. So what this will do is that each time I push a change to that branch, it's actually automatically build it and deploy it back. So well, before I actually deploy everything for it to be online fully, first we have to come to our settings, right? So to our settings. So remember that Heroku does not support .NET actually from the onset, like by default it does not support .NET. So what we have to do is that we have to add a build pack, that's a build for a .NET application or a .NET project. So now I'm going to click on add build pack. So you have the Node.js, Python, PHP and all the rest, but .NET is not among them. So but there have been a build pack which has been developed for Heroku. So I'm going to give you the link there, which is the link directly get us to that. The link that's actually the link found on GitHub actually. So you can also check it out. So and it has an element space on Heroku too. So this is actually it. I'm going to leave it on the video description. So I click on save changes. Alright, I think that's just all the configurations that we need to do here for now, and I'll come back to deploy. Coming back to deploy, we already had this set automatic deploy, so I'm just going to take deploy branch. Alright, soon our building process will start. Okay. Alright, so while waiting, the building process has started. So while waiting, we can also find this building, that activity going on in our activity tabs here. So first is going to deploy, then build it now, and everything will be online. So here we have our open app. This is actually going to take us to the domain of our app. So when that's done, we're going to check it out. So let's come to the client side of things. So this is actually the client side of the project. So I have this class called category, which I'm going to use to create some objects in which I can use to add categories or save categories to my database. So using the API. So I have this, and below I'm really going to come right below, and yeah. So we have these functions, add category, get category. So let's just build an Ajax function using jQuery Ajax. To get. Alright, so we have our type, which is post, and then we have a URL. Okay, our URL will be coming in a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use an interpolated string so that I can change my base URL anytime I want. So I'm going to say base URL. Outside here, since I already know the route to my API, I'm going to say API / category service / now add category. So yeah, that's set, and then I'm going to have now my data, and what I'll do, I'll just stringify into JSON a category which I'll pass into this function. Alright, and then I have my data type which is in JSON, and also have the content type. That's application /JSON. Alright, so we're going to have the error function, which will be called if an error occurs. So arrow function, just say console.log. Error. Yeah, but we don't have error defined yet, so we're going to put it as a parameter. So, and then we have a success, which is going to say data. I will just also console dot to the log that data. Alright, so now our build is complete. So we can actually now just click here and open our domain. Alright, so now I'm going to come here and add let the base URL, that will be like base URL 2 will be equals to, yeah. So I'm going to copy that. So actually there's no page found on this because actually it's a web API. It's not actually going to have pages like the rest of the other web projects. So I'm going to close that back and I'll come here and just paste that. Hope I have everything intact. So then I'm just going to duplicate this into multiple objects. So yeah, please don't ever do this except you have to get fired by your boss if you understand coding. So it's just a simple example, because in real production, if this in production, you're definitely going to get fired. Okay, so I'm going to pass some grains image. How much grains can we have? Let's say 5. Okay, so alcohol. But there's a lot of alcohol these days, so we can say 506. What else can we share? Oh, we can have beverages. Oh, sure, that's wrong. Alright, so now let's move to our console. Okay, we'll definitely just test it from the console. Okay, so I'm going to take add category. Let's just say pass cat. We pass cat2, a category 2 object. Alright, take enter and wait for the results. Okay, so we have a function as internet connection refused. So we're going to try that again. It should just be a network issue. Okay, so let me check that in a bit. Oh, alright, yeah, after some couple of tries I discovered that I was using my old base URL, so I'm going to change that and sure everything should be pretty set. Okay, and that's just refreshing up. And okay, so we're going to test that add categories. Cat, we can just pass the cat is right, so waiting, going to take some time. So actually success, so that is great, that's great. So we have our API running already. So you can see just actually when I said on the activity on your app dashboard, you can just come here and you take view logs, and it's going to take you to the logs of your application, so the logs of your project. So this is what has just happened. I added a new category, and this is the logs of what the execution on the back end at the database. These are the reports that are all up here. So let's add another category like cat2. In fact, let's just add all the categories. Okay, I can make multiple requests. Sure, the server will not get broken. Okay, 4. Really? Or was it 4? Oh yeah, there was 4. Okay, so we already have success for our first 2, and yeah, that's success. So now let's complete our function. Let's have a function that will return us all the categories. So have a Ajax. Alright, so we have a type which is a get. We have a URL. And it's going to be doing an interpolated thing. So we have the base URL 2, and nope, that will be wrong. API / category service / get all categories now. Alright, so for this, I know this because I'm the one who created the routes at the back end, so it's not really something special. I'm the one who created the routes at the back end, so that's why I still have all this in my head. So alright, everything is set for this time. Just to get everything shut up, we have only a success function. Okay, which we have the actual data. Okay, after data, I'll just output that on the console, logging out that data. Okay, having that said, let's see. So let's run and get categories, and let's see. Come on. Alright, boom. So now we have all our categories in our database here. Alright, this is so cool. So now we actually have a .NET project hosted on Heroku. So this is actually something which I found helpful, and I just wanted to share with us, especially here in Cameroon. There are not a lot of us working on .NET projects, and seeing that, I'm just compelled, like, let me just share it